Welcome to video 4.0. This is the overview of organizing and advocacy. In this session, we will go over the following concepts: identity, unapologetic advocacy, self-interest, power, community organizing tools. The goals are for us to identify and or better understand our own self-interest and the self-interest of others, and do a high-level overview of community organizing. Having a notebook handy and something to write with may be helpful during this session. Who we are, our identities, affect how we see and interact with the world, as well as how the world sees and treats us. We don't have to look very far to understand that some of our identities give us special treatment or privileges, while other identities, whether perceived by others or real to us, may actually lead to oppressive behavior from others. As we engage in the work of educational equity, it is very important to understand our own identities and reflect on how the world views us, and it also helps us unpack how we may view others as well, because in the end, identities influence how we develop relationships, and the key to organizing and advocacy is built through relationships. Here is a list of some identities we may connect with: gender, class, sexual orientation, ability, race, nationality, ethnicity, age, religious affiliation, body size and shape, occupation, education, learning style, parental status, and many more. What I'm going to ask you to do in a few moments is to pause this video and go through this list of identities in blue, and then think through the following questions. What identities do you think about most often? What identities do you think about least often? Which ones would you like to learn more about? Which ones have the strongest effect on how you perceive yourself and how others perceive you? Please pause this video and take a few moments to answer these questions for yourself. You can answer them for yourself or even take notes on a piece of paper. Now that we have reflected a bit on our identities, we can even take this work a step further. We can specifically begin to think which identities offer us privilege and which bring us oppression. Privilege is defined as a right or immunity granted as an advantage or favor to some and not others. Privileges are often referred to as unearned, something you are born into or with, that grant you access to resources and other advantages through unconscious or conscious attitudes and behaviors. Oppressions are identified as unjust, meaning that it is unwarranted or for no cause of the person's actual personhood or actions. While oppression may not be experienced by every individual of a particular identity, the larger system of oppression still exists. Different individuals in different environments will experience oppression differently.